Good morning from Little Creek Bee Ranch. Here's a good class that we can do today on wax and cleaning wax. So I'm going to kind of run through how we do this and give you some ideas. You don't have to do it exactly the way we do it, but it would help to understand why to save wax and how to clean wax. What you see here is a roaster pan, Hamilton Beach old roaster pan, and then a newer roaster pan. Now here's what we do. This Hamilton Beach is our dirty pan for the really dirty initial cleaning, and then after we've cleaned up the block, we'll put it in our clean wax pan, which we dip from to make the wax foundation. So you see in there some darker old foundation that's cracked, and we don't want to use that. And then there's some cleaner foundation and a clean block of wax. The temperature to melt wax is about 120. This roaster pan tends to run hotter, so where's that green mark right there is about 130. So I won't run the dial past that mark right there. It gets too hot, it doesn't press very well, it falls apart when I pull it open. So right there is my sweet spot, and I'll use a temperature gun, little $8 temperature gun you can get from Harbor Freight, and just shoot the temperature of the wax. But let's go over here to the old pan. Now this new pan you can get at Walmart during holiday times right about now when Thanksgiving's coming. I think they're $40. And it needs to be dedicated bee work, okay? So, if you steal the pan from the house, you're buying a new one for the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Alright, well, so I never do that. But anyway, here's an old pan, a large cooker we got at an old antique store. I think I actually paid $18 for it. I got her down a little bit. And it works fine, not a problem. The heat dial, you'll have to test. I wouldn't run it that hot. It'd be somewhere in there. Just trying to melt the wax. You're not trying to cook it, just melting it. So what I do is in here are the blocks of wax that have come out of the solar melter. And they're raw wax, and they're dirty on the bottom of the brownie pan that we use to initially clean the wax. I set it down and look at the other one. There's a little bit of honey in there. We try to wash it off, and the bottom of it is dirty too. And we want to clean this wax up. So this is all the cuttings from over the summertime. We're not done yet. We got wax cappings out there to finish rendering down. And so I'll put the block of wax in there. Then I have pieces. I have a bucket of wax here. This is some scrapings and propolis pieces of wax, and it's all stuck. We'll try to get all that in there. We'll pour that in there, and we'll take the old scrapings and bits and pieces of wax in here like that. There's a whole bunch. There's even more. There's all stuck down there. So I'll dig that out later. Now here's the deal. It's dirty. There's a whole bunch of dirt and garbage in there. So we're going to clean this wax up. It's all going to melt. Okay, now when it's all melted, you can have a stir stick and get it all stirred up. All melted. We don't want it to pop. You don't want it that hot. You shoot it with your temperature gun, get it to about 130. And then what I do is I'll take Dawn soap, and I'll take a little on my fingers, and I'll rub right around. That's hot, you just have to touch it. Rub right around the top line of the melted wax. And you'll have to do it 2 or 3 times on your fingers, and just kind of get a intermittent line of soap just above the wax. Then in the house, I'll go back and get a pitcher. This is a 2-quart pitcher, about right there's 2 quarts. Hot tap water. I'll do this twice. Pour the hot tap water in. It will coagulate the wax. Don't mess with it. go get another hot pitcher of water, pour it in. Okay, now that hot water is going to make the wax all coagulate. It'll look all weird and crazy. Leave it alone. Put the lid on it. Leave the temperature alone. Give it a couple of hours. And then what happens is when you should turn this off. What I do is I turn it off before I go to bed. Don't ever leave it on overnight. Turn it off, unplug it, and what happens is as the wax solidifies, it pushes out the water molecules, and the water goes down and the wax comes up, and the bottom of the pan will be all the sediment, propolis, and dirt, and the bottom of the wax block will be most of your dirt, propolis, and garbage. Alright, so when it's hot, the water wax molecules will melt together and intermix. But as you turn it off and it cools, that separates and pushes all that dirt and garbage out of the wax molecules, and the wax gathers to the top in a block. The water goes to the bottom. The bottom of the pan's got dirt, sediment. The bottom's got propolis, dirt, garbage of the wax block. And then the next morning, you'll see some of it maybe has loosened from the side. I'll make sure it's cool enough. Over 8 or 10 hours it'll be cool enough, and you can take it out in the back. I just tip it over into the grass, and all the dirty water comes out, and I'll turn the block over to see what I got to clean. I'll scrape my pan clean, just wash it out, no soapy water, just wash it out. Scrape the pan clean. The bottom of the block needs to be scraped, so I'll use a towel and dab the block dry and scrape the bottom of that off, all the propolis and garbage, and you'll have to work at it. I'll do that process twice, alright? And then that block of cleaned wax can now go and be added to the really, really clean stuff. Alright, so we save our wax and we render it down just like this, but we also order wax. There's a 55-pound box of what we call wax pearls. And these are little tiny balls, they're called pearls, of yellow wax pearls, really clean. And we use this as the bulk of our wax makeup to press our wax. So it's a combination of using our own wax and ordering wax. We get this from bulkapothecary.com. That's where I have found the cheapest price per pound, I think, in my research anyway. So those are yellow wax pearls, and we'll just use the cup and scoop up a cup and deliver it to the clean pot when we're ready to build up the clean pot. That's the clean pot. Alright, now periodically, a couple of times a year, this clean pot will have to be cleaned, just like I told you how to do that one over there. Whoops. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I don't want one pot to work from. I use a dirty pot. This is my dirty pot for the really bad stuff. A lot of the brood comb is full of cocoons. It gets tossed out, thrown away. It just is such a dang mess. Not worth doing. But all the other scrapings and tailings and stuff will be run through here, and do that twice. That block is carried over to here, melted down, and once or twice a year this pot is cleaned with the hot water and the soap ring and keep it clean. So I hope that helps you understand. You can watch this video again and get an idea. You can go garage sales and whatever, find you some roaster pans that work. That's a pretty old one, Hamilton Beach. I think it's 1955 circa or something. It works. It'll do fine. So there's a way to clean wax when you have a whole lot of wax going on, you know. And if you don't want to do that, you know, well, you'll have to find another way. But that's really worked for us and allows us to go ahead and purchase other wax that we need to make foundation primarily, or if you want to make candles, whatever. There's a source for you to make or to obtain some more wax. But if you do what we do and you're saving all the wax you can, have a fall-time wax harvest in the honey hut, all the old frames get torn out, so we'll even have more wax. It's got to be rendered down and cleaned. So we'll go through this cleaning process twice on one block. So, all right, have a good day. Some good rains this morning. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.